And if you're looking to buy a prize-winning racehorse, it's time to head to Kentucky. The director of sales for Neyland Thoroughbred Racing and Sales will give us a look at why people are shelling out thousands of dollars for an unproven investment. That's next. Well, thoroughbred enthusiasts from all over the world are looking for that next Kentucky Derby contender, and they're gathering in Lexington, Kentucky for the second week of the Keeneland Thoroughbred Racing September yearling sale. But the down economy looks to be taking its toll even on the sport of kings. 451 horses were bought in the first 3 days of the sale. That's down from 570 last year. For a closer look at the sale, I want to welcome in Jeffrey Russell. He's the director of sales for Keeneland. Good morning, Mr. Russell. Good to have you.
Good morning, Alexis. Nice to be with you.
First of all, for those of us who don't know an awful lot about horse racing, what is a yearling and what is the September yearling sale?
Well, a yearling is a thoroughbred horse that's 1 year of age. That's when we traditionally sell the thoroughbred crop. At the Keeneland September sale, it's the largest yearling sale in the world. For this year, we've catalogued over 5,000 horses. So this is where America and the world come to buy the next racehorse.
So purchasing a yearling is a gamble, I would presume, because these horses are pretty much unproven. How do people pick winners versus losers and know how much money to spend on these horses?
Well, I mean, it's been compared in ways to doing a NFL draft while a child is in high school. There's no mistake, it's at a very young age. But people review the horses on pedigree and also on conformation and on prior commercial successes.
So how is the economic downturn impacting the sale?
It's had a huge effect on the sale. We kind of anticipated going into this year that we would have had a correction in our own industry due to overproduction, but the global financial crisis has really exacerbated it tremendously. And at the moment, our figures are in the rate about 30% down across the board.
I understand there was a recent sale in Saratoga not too long ago, and one of the eye-popping statistics was the number of overseas foreign buyers who were making up a lion's share of purchases. Is that a change that you're seeing as a result of the global crisis?
Yes, I mean, while the global crisis has affected every corner of the globe, there are certain pockets of the globe that it hasn't affected as badly. We're seeing people here from Russia, South America, Scandinavia, and some parts of Europe that hasn't had the same effect. This global crisis hasn't had the same effect. So, and as the sale continues on, we'll see people from Mexico, South America, Central America, who will come here and try to find horses to bring home. The American Thoroughbred is a very popular horse worldwide.
So a yearling, what does an average yearling go for, and how much money is exchanged hands each year at this sale?
Well, traditionally, an average yearling, it depends on what segment of the market you are. I mean, at the top end of the market, it could be anything as much as $300,000, and at the lower end, it could be in the $20,000. So that's where the Keeneland September sale comes in very useful for a buyer, that no matter what level of the market you want to play in, we have a horse for you. Overall, last year's sale was in the high $200 million range. This year, it'll be about a third of that.
Wow, so it's a lot of money that's exchanging hands. You know, I presume in an economic downturn, you contend that buying a horse is still a good investment. Tell me why it does make sense.
Well, I mean, buying a thoroughbred is a lot of fun. There is no mistake. Thoroughbred racing is a great family sport. You can get a group of people together. It's very social. And to win a race, a marquee race like the Kentucky Derby or the Breeders' Cup race, I mean, is a great thrill for anybody, be at whatever level they are in financially.
So a Mind That Bird or a Rachel Alexandra, when you factor in the costs of raising that horse, the stables, the feeding, the training, to create a real thoroughbred racer, how big an investment is it, and what could the potential payoff be?
I mean, there's no mistake, it's a huge investment. The commercial thoroughbred breeders here invest millions of dollars in raising these horses, and then they sell them, and then they go on to the races where they have the ability of making money. Then they go to stud, where a stallion prospect can generate $500,000 of breeding.
Wow, pretty impressive. Well, Jeffrey Russell, thank you very much. I'm so glad you're indoors because I can hear that pouring rain outside. And best of luck with the sale.
Yeah, I appreciate it very much. Thank you.
All right, let's go over to Jenna, get a look at this morning's latest headlines. That sounded like a massive downpour over his head.
It did, didn't it? You could hear the echo.
Trickling, yeah.
Yes. Woo. Much better here in New York, thankfully.